Itezhi is one of the districts of Southern Province well known for cattle rearing and fishing. The district is located in the southwestern part of Southern Province. What is little known about Itezhi is that it has a huge potential to be a tourism hub. It is one of the districts that houses one of Africa's largest national parks, the Kafue National Park. The park is home to the Big Five: elephants, lions, buffaloes, hippos, and rhinos, among other animals, which are a marvel to watch. Moses Kaoma is the area warden for Kafue National Park South in the Department of National Parks and Wildlife.
Tezhi district is sitting in the midst of the protected areas, namely the famous Kafue National Park, the southern part of this Kafue National Park, and also the Namwala Game Management Area, and also the Nkala Game Management Area. Automatically, it acts as a prime area, a prime district for tourism potential because of the abundance of the natural resources. You know, the elephants, you know, the big heads of buffaloes we have in the district, where some of you might be aware that we usually have those stampede where buffaloes, you know, found floating, you know, in the lake with Tezhi. You know, we talk about the bird life. Those that like, you know, watching birds. You know, we have abundance of birds around here. You know, this is one of the areas where actually you find that the famous fishing eagle, where you find more than 20 fishing eagle at one place, just closer to the Zesco, you know, intake there, which is a rare occasion to find more than 10, 15, 20, you know, fish eagle at one spot. That acts as a nice place spot. Then also having the lake Itezhi itself sitting in the park, the 90% of the lake is sitting in the national park, like Kafue National Park. That actually adds more beauty to Itezhi, because on the lake, apart from just boating, people who have sundown, you know, sundown cruises, you know, people have sport fishing, you know, there's nice fish on the lake. You know, the water itself, you know, those that enjoy, you know, any activities on the water, those are nice spots. And also, you know, the other what we call heritage sites, you know, the old villages where our people used to be and they moved, you know, where the national park is sitting, you know, people used to live in those areas. So we have old stories about old villages where people moved. So I'd say it's a nice place. And also in terms of movement, connectivity, you know, you have Livingston near, which is not very far. You know, if you're coming from Western Province, there is a road getting to Southern Province without passing through Lusaka. You know, from Livingston, if you're coming here, you don't need to go to Lusaka. There is a road that will lead you to Tezhi. So it's more or less like you're well connected in terms of road network. Of course, you just need to work on certain portions of the road, which needs to be good. But otherwise, generally, I think Itezhi, it's a future tourism destination of this country.
Realizing the importance of the location in Zambia's tourism space and how the area can be a source of national revenue, government has partnered with African parks to manage the Greater Kafue National Park.
For community projects, let's work together with Africa Parks. If there are projects for alternative livelihoods, let's work together to ensure that those who are doing wrong things, for example, can be brought on board so they can be introduced to alternative livelihoods by the mitigations that will come from Africa Parks. And they are very good to go out there and mobilize the resources. They have assured us that this particular first year, $7 million is what we are going to utilize to be able to put in. And they've committed $20 million to be able to put in the landscape. So that's huge money that over time, I believe that when we work together, things will be able to really show. We want to regenerate Kafue National Park, first of all in terms of wildlife species which are there. Those which are depleted, we need to ensure that they are reintroduced in the whole landscape of Kafue National Park.
The spectacular Itezhi 370 square kilometers man-made lake and Longola hot springs are the other wonders the district holds.
But if we talk about tourism in Kafue, it's the second largest country, park in Africa. But tourism here is still running at 15,000 people coming in. The jobs that we are crying for are not going to be created with low tourism levels coming into this area. The lake that we have here, without proper investment, we are not going to have the amount of fish that will benefit everyone. So in short, what we are now doing here is to collaborate with government and collaborate with the communities to ensure that the park is properly managed. We create the product, tourists come in, and then from there now, you have jobs.
The ecologically spectacular Ngoma forest, stocked with the famous Zambezi Rhodesian teak, is another tourist attraction. These natural resources provide a huge opportunity for tourism players to invest in the sector. For the area member of parliament, addressing the challenges hindering the growth of tourism sector in the district is his priority.
The potential of this district has not been tapped. One of the main hindrances to the development of this sector is the road network. The road from Mongu Junction to Itezhi, which is popularly known as D769, it has been in a deplorable state for now over 20 years. This is the greatest barrier to a lot of investment. It's also a barrier to the tourists that want to visit this beautiful district and leave a lot of revenue.
Itezhi has what it takes to attract increased investment in the tourism sector to contribute to the country's tourism revenue base. Frederick Mwansa from Itezhi district, back to the studio.